Welcome to NCIX Tech Tips. Today's episode is all about the Vivotab RT from ASUS. This is model number TF600, but what's more important about it is the fact that it has a Tegra 3 processor, a Windows RT operating system, and an extremely slim and light overall form factor. Now honestly guys, there's not a lot I can say about Tegra 3 that I've never said before, but this officially makes it one of the most flexible platforms out there. You find GeForce graphics on the desktop, on mobile products, on smartphones and tablets now, on ARM devices, on Android devices, on Windows devices, and supercomputers pretty much anywhere. So that's very cool. Tegra 3, I just want to do a quick summary, has a bunch of cool stuff. It's got 4 main processors and then it actually has 1 auxiliary one. This gives it one of the best power efficiency approaches that we've seen today because it uses that one processor when it's idle, when it's not doing very much, and then it cranks up the performance by turning on the other 4 when it's time to really kick things into high gear and it needs the horsepower. Speaking of horsepower, the Tegra Zone on the Windows 8 store actually puts all the Tegra HD games in one place, just like they do on the Android store, so you can get games that have the best possible graphics on this platform without searching high and low for them. You can also get 1080p output out of your tablet, so yes, you got 720p on the display itself, but just like with Android tablets, 1080p, no problem using the micro HDMI output that's right on the side of the device. Finally, Tegra also accelerates the touch interface. So it's not available on all devices, but on many Windows RT devices, the Tegra processor actually makes the touch more responsive than it is if it's not accelerating it. I/O is kind of your standard fare. On the top of the tablet, all you really find is a microphone port as well as a power button. On the left side of the tablet, you find a few cool things, including the eject button. Yes, just like previous generation ASUS Transformer products, you can buy an optional dock, click this in, and get what I would consider to be the full Windows RT experience, because the keyboard dock adds additional battery life to it, which is outstanding, giving you basically what is a very sort of low-power notebook that gets well over 10 hours of battery life, which is awesome. Plus, you get a reasonably high-quality keyboard which can be used to make you more productive when you're on the road. You also get a micro SD slot as well as a micro HDMI port, which means you can output to a full 1080p display thanks to the Tegra 3 processor. On the other side, you've got not a whole lot. You got your volume rocker as well as a headphone jack, and finally on the bottom you find the clip for that dock that I mentioned before, as well as the charging, data, and alternate clip port for plugging into the dock. Accessory-wise, you get everything you see here. So you get the TF600, a cleaning cloth, which is kind of a must for these touchscreen devices. You get a USB charging cable, also good for data. Another cool thing, you get an adapter for that bottom data port that turns it into a USB port. So very cool stuff. I'm going to do an overlay here to show you guys just how you plug it in. Remember guys, this is a Windows operating system, so that means if you plug a USB device in there, such as a thumb drive, you'll have full access to it. You can drag and drop files wherever you please using desktop mode, and it has all the same flexibility that you've come to expect from a Windows operating system, even though it runs on ARM, and it's not technically Windows 8, it is Windows RT. Last but not least, you get a wall charger, which you plug into the wall, and but wait, there's more. Call now and we will mail you a free dock to go with the Transformer TF600. Actually, no, seriously. If you buy a TF600, at least at the time of filming this, ASUS will send you, with your proof of purchase, a free dock for it so that you will have the dock. So there you go. All this can be yours and more. Now, like any tablet, it basically comes down to the overall build quality, which is outstanding, by the way. They've managed to achieve this lightness in spite of the metal backing on most of it, although you can see there's a plastic backing on part of it where the built-in flash is to allow for better antenna reception, but they've managed to achieve that lightness even though they're using a metal backing and tough Corningware glass for the front of the tablet, making it extremely rugged. Like I said, in spite of those heavy build materials that they've used. It also comes down to operating system. What is the experience like? Personally, I love Windows RT so far. It's very smooth, very responsive, and because it gives you options that you don't have on an Android or an iOS platform, I really like it. Personally, I do a lot of work when I'm out and about, so I appreciate the battery life of a tablet. However, the fact that they all either don't have good keyboards or very kludgy implementations of keyboard mouse, it's been a huge turnoff for me to actually get any work done. The fact that Windows RT tablets come with Office 2013 and these available docks, this one comes with one for free, makes such a big difference from turning this into a device that I'll sit and maybe watch a movie on now and again into something that I will actually use for computing, which is extremely exciting because it bridges that gap in between an ultra-portable notebook and something like a smartphone or a tablet. So thank you for checking out this episode of NCIX Tech Tips, and don't forget to subscribe.